Federal authorities on Thursday announced a lawsuit against New York City's sanctuary city policies, citing a recent shooting incident involving an off-duty officer as a direct consequence of these local ordinances. This legal challenge echoes a similar action initiated against Los Angeles last month and is part of a broader federal initiative targeting undocumented individuals across the United States. Similar lawsuits have also been filed against New York State, Colorado, Illinois, the city of Rochester, New York, and several New Jersey cities, according to a statement from the nation's principal legal department. Federal legal filings contend that New York City's local ordinances are specifically crafted to obstruct the federal government's capacity to enforce national immigration statutes. They further allege these policies have inadvertently enabled individuals unlawfully present in the country and with criminal records to avoid apprehension and removal. The nation's top law enforcement official asserted that New York City's sanctuary policies have led to the release of numerous offenders, thereby exposing law-abiding citizens to violent crime. Emphasizing federal commitment to public safety, the official declared that if local authorities fail to protect their populace, federal intervention would ensue. The city's mayor stated New York City would thoroughly examine the legal complaint. He underscored that ensuring public safety extends to fostering a sense of security, asserting that no resident should fear accessing emergency services, education, or healthcare, nor feel compelled to live in secrecy. While affirming support for the foundational principles of the city's local laws, the mayor conceded that their application might be overly broad when dealing with violent criminals. He subsequently called upon the city council to revisit these policies, aiming to enhance cooperation with federal agencies for collective urban safety. The term sanctuary city broadly encompasses jurisdictions with policies designed to limit direct cooperation between local law enforcement and federal immigration authorities. The primary objective of such policies is typically to shield undocumented residents, particularly those not implicated in criminal activities, from deportation. The federal lawsuit explicitly tied the city's policies to recent tragic consequences, specifically referencing the shooting of an off-duty federal officer during a robbery attempt earlier that week. Local police confirmed the officer, who was not on duty or in uniform at the time, was expected to survive, adding there was no indication he was targeted due to his profession. The two suspects in the incident were identified by the Homeland Security Secretary as undocumented individuals with prior criminal records. The lawsuit further detailed that both suspects had entered the country unlawfully and had subsequently been arrested multiple times for criminal conduct. The Homeland Security Secretary specifically highlighted one suspect's history, noting he had been apprehended 4 times in New York City but was repeatedly released due to the city's policies, allegedly enabling further harm. The secretary urged leaders of sanctuary jurisdictions across the nation to revise their policies. However, when pressed for details on specific policy changes that might have prevented the recent shooting, she did not elaborate. In a related legal action against Los Angeles, federal authorities alleged that the city's sanctuary policies contributed to protests against deportation efforts, which in turn prompted the federal government to deploy the National Guard and Marine personnel to patrol that city.